Hi, all of you. This is Gil. So today is August 11th, 2024. Tomorrow is my birthday. I'll be 54 years old. What I want for my birthday is I want a job. I want a job. You know what my wish right now would be to get a job in specifically Kaiser Hospital, like specifically in the building, in the Fontana location. That would be my dream job, so to speak, sort of. It would be a job I would love to have, like, but if not that, then any hospital, but a job that I would love to do, my dream job for right now, for the time being, would be a job, any position I qualify for, in specifically the Fontana building, the Kaiser. So yeah. Otherwise, so this video is about how is the layoff affecting the average person like me. Well, I've been laid off for 2.5 months now, so in the long run, it seems to me like the main thing that's happening to me on how it's affecting me right now, well, at this point, having already ran out of the severance already. I already ran out of the severance. And then also, well, I'm on EDD. The EDD is going to last me until the end of the year only. So until now, for now, like, the EDD is helping me right now. Well, of course, naturally. Although I'm not making as much as I was when I was working. But, of course, it's going to be the big help. It's going to keep me afloat. Keep us afloat until I can find a job. But up to this point, as of today, or as of the last, say, a week or so, I've decided to put a complete freeze on any spending of money for things that I could do without. I decided to put a complete freeze because, like, before, like when I was working, I would go ahead and like here and there, I would buy stuff I like. I go to Costco, and if I find a $200 this or $200 that, or a $300 that, or $500 that, and if I really like it, I go ahead and just buy it. Because I had money all over the place before that, especially during 2020 and 2021. Well, excuse me for the cough. Well, anyway, I decided that as of this point, while going on to the point of layoff 2-3 months ago, I started slowing down on that, like spending money. When I find things I like, I just go ahead and as of right now, it's completely frozen. I'm not spending any money on things that I can do without. The example is, like, I was wanting to upgrade my desktop to like a later one, a good one, like that I could use to help me make videos and stuff. I decided no more. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Other things, for an example, that I decided to put a freeze is like putting accessories on cars, or like think about buying this $1,000 e-bike. That all of that stuff is frozen. I said no more. Not that I actually was planning on doing all these things, but that's just an example. Another example that I'm gonna need to put a freeze on for now is putting work on the car. Like, I need tires on this car, but decided that I can't buy tires right now because I really don't have the money for it. I do, but that's my savings account. I need to hold on to that money. So right now, I think the tires will be okay, especially because I'm not even using the car that much. So I'm just gonna hold off on doing any kind of work on the car other than oil changes or other than things I have to do. I'm putting on hold on all maintenance and stuff. And then the other things, of course, I mean, a complete freeze on spending money on basically just simply on significant purchases that we can do without. Like for my case, like upgrading the desktop, for an example. If I can do without it, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna spend my money. So it's completely frozen. So how does that feel? It can sort of feel like a bummer in certain ways, but then at the end, I kind of don't care really, because it's just material things, and besides, the way I look at things like that now, like if I was gonna be buying the upgraded computer for say $800 whatever, and then like 2 months later it'd be worth only like $500 or $200, $300, that's how I look at it now. I mean, like, who cares at this point, man? Because be losing a lot of value anyway. So I mean, well, that's how I feel. But realistically, I mean, but sometimes, it's nice to be able to buy stuff that we really like and stuff. But I mean, I'm putting a freeze on it, so I have to stop for now. I mean, and then the other thing that is on how it's affecting me right now, long term or long run, is that right now I don't have insurance still. I still don't have health insurance. So, but apparently my wife does through her job. And then my kids now will have insurance for right now, Medi-Cal, because our income without my job falls within the threshold for them to qualify for Medi-Cal, because my kids are like less than 21 years old. So I mean, they qualify for, again, because I'm not working, I don't have an income from my job. So, but the problem with that though, is like when I go back to work again, if I find a job again, then they're gonna re-disqualify, and then is it like I'm gonna have to work to pay for their insurance, because we know insurance is not cheap, And then and then the case of me, I can get insurance through the Covered California, but I'll need to come up with $300 a month for that. But right now my budgeting is kind of tight right now, because I need to save money. I mean, right now in my mind, of a laid off person, long term, it's already almost 3 months, going on to 3 months, and right now, I mean, I don't know the outcome. I mean, I won't know the outcome. I have no idea. I mean, I have no way to predict, but anyway, it's like, I just know that, I mean, I need to try to save money. Right now, that's what I'm doing right now, the EDD. I'm trying to save some money, or save myself some spending unnecessary money, so that way I could put in the savings for just in case that I can't find a job by the time the EDD runs out, because it's gonna run out eventually. I mean, and then I'm thinking long term, like I'm thinking long term, like if I can't find a job in time, then I need money. I need enough money to survive, but I'm thinking long term, like, but I mean, so to quickly sum it up, right now, my spending is completely frozen, or to buy things that I could do without. And that could probably even include like going to thrift stores, but like I don't really spend that much at thrift stores though, really. I mean, if it's gonna be something like, say, a thrift store find that I gotta have and it costs $100, then I can do that, it's no problem. But I'm talking about like if something costs like $500 to buy, or $300, and if you do that too many times, then that's gonna kill my savings, like. But anyway, I mean, but I'm okay to buy $20 this or $20 that, but that's fine. I mean, if it's like a little $20 DVD or something, that's fine. That's fine. But as long as I'm not doing it too many times where it starts adding up, like. But anyway. And another way that it's affecting me right now is like I'm starting to have some depression and anxiety, starting to have more of it, a little bit more. But basically the It's happening because like the main thing that's causing this anxiety and depression is long term. Like eventually, because eventually the my EDD will run out, and I'm having anxiety about what if I don't find a job by that time? What if I can't find a job? Because I've heard a lot of stories. Like I've heard of it, like where I mean, for a lot of people, it seems to me that the average time that it takes someone to find a job after they get laid off is between 6 months to a year. I mean, a year. And for me, it could take a year. I mean, it took a year. I mean, and then my EDD is only going to last me until the end of this year. That's 6 months. I mean, from the time I started it, which is only like 4 more months left, like 4 or 5 months. But I mean, so that's where my anxiety and depression is at. I mean, like it's starting to pile up there. I mean, because eventually the EDD is gonna run out. It's gonna run out, and then if I can't find a job, despite of like all the applications I put out and stuff, I already put out some. I put out several in the last couple weeks now. I mean, but I'm now looking at anything now. I'm looking at I applied at Pizza Hut. I applied there, and then I applied to Target and other places like that, and I'm gonna try the post office, and I'm gonna be doing that in the next, like Home Depot and area. I want to try everything. But I talked to this person in Home Depot yesterday. We went there yesterday because we needed to buy a couple things there. I mean, and then it's like this person, he's working in Home Depot, and he used to be a coworker, not on my last job, but in another job that I had before, Under Armour, when I used to work in the Under Armour distribution center in Rialto. He used to work there, and he said that everybody got laid off at Under Armour because, I mean, they closed that building down or something. I mean, I think it's something else now, but he, along with everybody, got laid off there. I mean, and then he apparently found a job at Home Depot, and I asked him if there's any job openings at Home Depot, and he said, no, there's none at all. And I think, I mean, they're actually even cutting his hours. He says that they're cutting the hours in the Home Depot there. I mean, so yeah, that tells me. And then I've been hearing a lot about mass layoffs, and then I'm hearing, and then I also saw that the unemployment rate now is past 4%, and it used to be in the 3%, but now it's passing 4%. I think the last thing I heard was 4.1%, 4.2 or something. The last thing that I heard. So yeah, I mean, so it could probably be a concern to me to hear about that. I mean, because it might be hard for me to. And then there was this person that I'm following on YouTube, and he finally got a job offer, but he's not even guaranteed the job yet. But this was after 9 months of being laid off. And I mean, this guy, his name is The Fading Man, the YouTuber. His name is The Fading Man, and he's blogging about his luck on finding a job, and he finally got a job offer, but in a totally different place than what he was hoping to get. So I mean, but like he's not even really fully guaranteed because he has to do a physical or something, and he's afraid that he's not gonna pass that. That's the guy, the YouTuber name by the name of The Fading Man. But anyway, so this is driving depression, anxiety up a bit for me. So yeah, I mean, it is bringing it up because it's mostly because of the concern that if I can't find a job by the time that the EDD runs out, then we're going to be entirely dependent on my wife's income. And that's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult because it's not enough to cover everything. And then that's where we're going to have to start using the savings account money, because we have money there, but it's only until I can get a job. I mean, it'll cover, but I mean, we have money. I have money in my savings account, but the thing is, it's only going to last for so long. It can only go for so long. So that would be the concern, and that's what's making me depressed and anxiety. It's driving up the anxiety and depression. And then another way that it's affecting me, this unemployment thing, or another way that it's affecting me too, is that how I call it that I'm getting bored now. Yeah, I'm getting bored now. I'm starting to get bored over here because when I'm off all the time, I mean, it's nice being off. Yeah, I mean, I have all the time in the world to ride bikes and stuff. You know, yeah, have all the time in the world to ride bikes and go to West Covina and ride my bike there or something, or just ride my bike. You know, exercise and all, which I like to do. I mean, I like to exercise. I like to ride the bike and stuff. But I'm getting bored now. I'm starting to get bored over here because I'm home because I don't have anybody to talk to. Well, coworkers I was used to when I was working, I would have coworkers to talk to, and I don't have coworkers to talk to like I'm used to having. You know, like I don't have anybody to talk to like I'm used to. I mean, like I'm used to having. So I get bored being by myself here and everything. Maybe one of y'all can come over here and have a little chit chat here. I mean, and talk about life. I mean, I like to talk about life and what's going on and stuff. And I like to talk about life. You know, it's fun. So yeah. Well, anyway, I get bored being by myself. I mean, all the time. But then, you know, I'll go out and ride my bike and reminisce West Covina when I go there. I love going to West Covina to ride my bike, to reminisce my 80s, especially that video of when I especially about the video of when my friend made the video at the Whittier cruising. So yeah, I like to talk about things like that. I mean, I like to talk about life or life right now. I mean, what it's like for someone, what the average person has gone through with layoff, or how it's affecting the average person, how the layoff is affecting the average person. So yeah. But you know, while I'm at it, before this EDD runs out and everything, before this EDD runs out, I feel like I'm now want to get focused on ways to improve this channel. Like I'm looking for ways that I can totally completely improve the channel, like so that way I could have this YouTube as my full-time job if I can't find a job in time. You know, like if I can improve this channel, then it can be a significant help, and like a help. And maybe it would be nice if my channel would make me enough money, like to where I don't have to work anymore. I think all I would need on YouTube, well, all I would need a month for income is $2,000. It's all that I would need, $2,000 a month to not have to work. Like, let's say if I was making $2,000 a month, but that's hard to do on YouTube, cause yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's a hard thing to do. I mean, to make. But anyway, I do get roughly 500 right now. Well, as of now, I've been getting somewhere around 500. I've been getting a bit more views on YouTube, especially because of the layoff stories. You know, like people are looking at my video because people want to know how we deal with the layoff situation. You know, so yeah. So that's the other thing. That's the other thing that's affecting me right now. I'm trying to find ways to improve my channel, and I'm working. I know I said that I was gonna work full-time on YouTube, but I have not exactly started doing that yet, because I'm kind of like more like into doing things that I like, you know, like, well, I'm more like into how I call it just doing things like looking for jobs or thinking about, I mean, but I have not put much time on. I've been thinking more, like I've been more into my hobbies and looking for jobs or something, you know. But now I feel like at this point I think I need to improve the channel. But the YouTube thing that I'm doing, it all started out as a hobby. But I mean, for me, I really didn't. It's not even about money that I'm on this. I'm doing this as a hobby, or I started out as a hobby because I mean I loved sharing my old videos to the world. I like for everybody to trip out on my old videos and stuff. Yeah, so that's a hobby right there. So I post them up and everything, and I get the thrill of people tripping out on my videos. You know, I get the thrill of it, and being different, and I like being different from everybody. I mean, like I put up those videos, and I get the thrill on the hobby of doing that. You know, making it's just a hobby. I mean, but it was for something that I was not even really caring about whether I was making money off of it or not. But it's all about a hobby. I mean, but now I decided that I think I should probably put a bit more time on improving the channel because I could probably go ahead and work on YouTube full time. You know, like I could do that full time. I got to think of you guys can tell me like you guys can suggest ways on what ways that I can improve. One of those ways is just being a dad, you know, passing out valuable dad advice and stuff, you know, like talk about, like, for an example, I was wanting to put up a subject about like what's my thoughts about the idea that only the strong survives, and what do I think of that kind of attitude of people about only the strong survive, and how can we beat that? And well, that's an example, and that would be an example subject, you know. So yeah, so that's just to wrap it up for this video. Today is August 11th, 2024. So yeah, that's to wrap it up to what the average person is doing to deal, or how the average person is dealing with the layoff after 3 months, going on to 3 months now. So like for me, basically, I'm just fucking, I'm freaking, how I call it, I'm just basically preparing, you know, basically. I mean, I've been preparing, and one of those ways is just I decided to put a stop on spending on things I could do without, and that includes tires for this car. I mean, yeah, so I'm holding off on that right now. For now, I'm holding off on doing things that I could do without. So yeah, I mean, anyways, all right. Well, I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you on the next one. See y'all. And for the bonus content, or for the bonus that I'm gonna say here, is like these cars. Well, specifically this one and Kia. Since since I'm in the situation I'm in now, these cars are not for sale. There's no way that anybody could buy these off of me right now. Why? One of the big reasons for it is because these are older cars, and they're a lot easier to work on. These specific models and specific model of cars, now they're very easy to work on, and parts are cheap to get. So I mean, like, I wouldn't have to worry about a car for years and years. I wouldn't have to worry about cars until I can get fully ahead in a new job. I mean, that way, because I don't want to have an unreliable car while I'm in the search for a job and stuff. You know, that if I'm looking for a job, I need to have a car that I know really well, I mean, before I go ahead and because like some people want to get newer cars, and for me, I'm holding on to these cars that I know well, until after I get a job. It's times like this that we start to appreciate, like, the little things that we have, like these cars that are worth less than $2,000. And it's times like these that we appreciate having things like that. I mean, like, things like that, because we start wanting to make them nice after that, because like when being without a job, and then, you know, like these cars, you know, like these cars that are paid off and don't have much value. I mean, it's times like this when we appreciate what we have already. So yeah, I mean, and then we want to go ahead and take care of them, and we're just happy that we have something that's paid off, and we don't have to worry about losing in case of job loss, like in my case, you know, I mean. All right, see you on the next video.